Hi, Zach. Hi, Jack. Hold on. I want to see if you guys are. Oh,
Hello.
oh, good. I can hear you. Hi,
Yeah.
Paula.
Hey there.
Oh, good. You guys are seeing a poll and taking it. Excellent.
We are trainable.
Just turning off the fan.
All right. Hi, Zach. Can you hear me? Oh, it says you're connecting to audio. Okay. Zach, do me a favor and say something because I've not heard you yet.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. And I can hear you. All right, perfect. And I have 3 people who have taken our poll. And let me screen share and see if you can see what I see. I'm just kind of curious. I'm thinking not. So do you see the results of the poll or no?
No, I don't think we see any of the actual Zoom.
Okay. Nope, that's
application.
behind the scene. Okay. That's cool. That's a
Yeah,
nice to have.
I've always found that on Zoom it's really hard to share kind of the administrative information or the host information.
Yeah.
It
You're
just
not
isn't shareable.
You're not kidding. Which I guess, as I get more and more comfortable, isn't a bad thing because you're the wizard behind the scenes working, and you can pull that up. I watched a tutorial on polls this morning, and they were like, "Look, you can see, and you, the administrator, can see real time, and you can share the poll as it's coming in." They talked about saving, etc., things like that. Like I said, that may be a cute, nice to have for people when they join. But excuse me, you'll see the trivia if you haven't looked at the deck yet. I have that built in. Um, and we'll share that in just a minute here so we can get started. We'll just see if Lisa's going to be joining us. Paul, I apologize again for yesterday. I had my phone just like off to the side, and after the meeting was over, I was like, "Oh my goodness, poor Paula." So
It's like when you're operating mute and you
yeah.
can't control. It's like, what do? I kept hitting, I hit my phone harder and harder, but that didn't help.
You were the only one. The reason why it happened is Cheryl. So one of the things that we did learn with the mute participants on arrival is you got to keep an eye on that. So we learned a few other things. All right, I'm going to just take this poll down. I'm going to, I am sharing my screen, but so anyway, 3 of 3 people, if you want to know the results, are fantastic who took the poll. So 100% of participants voted fantastic, which is great. And I abstained, I guess, as the administrator, I can't vote. Let's see. Okay. Paula, I was able to I'll give Lisa a chance to come in. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is interesting. Lisa, I show you're muted, and I'm going to click the ask to unmute button, and then hopefully you can talk.
There you go.
Okay.
I didn't click at the same time too. Sorry about that. I was wrapped up in a little HR issue.
No problem at all. I'm checking. And again, you guys can't see this because we had some issues yesterday. So currently, Lisa, you are logged in and it looks like you automatically became the co-host.
Okay.
I am the host, even though I'm logged in via your account. So that's good. I'm looking at my controls right now and no. Nope. Yeah, we are. Oh, and by the way, we are streaming live on YouTube right now. If you didn't know that, I started the meeting early and wanted to again try that functionality out. Jack, no questions, no issues or anything like that.
Good.
So that's good to go. And with that said, Lisa, I'm going to turn it back to you. I didn't see. Last update I think I saw was from Erin this morning. She was waiting, it looks like, to hear back from our, I guess, client representative or whoever from Zoom regarding.
Yeah, on the capacity. Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're waiting on that right now. Paul, I don't know if you were in the loop on that. We're at 300 folks are allowed to come with our current license. So we're looking, actually, yeah, you
Yeah.
started that conversation yesterday.
Right. I
Um,
should have started it sooner. I got to introduce myself to Zach. I don't think I've had the chance to meet you yet, Zach.
Oh, that's right.
Thanks so much for all you're doing. Appreciate all your help.
You're muted, Zach.
And Zach, I'm wondering, asked on mute. So I'm unmuting you, but
Sorry, I actually just came in real quick. Muted myself accidentally. It's nice to meet you, Paula.
we thought you
Great.
were taking the utmost precautions, masking or using a
I was
facial
trying.
covering on a virtual call, right? So, okay. So as soon as we get the license bumped to 500, I will send that invite out. We did ask our two heroic interns here, our IT gurus, if you will, Jack and Zach, to kind of come on board. And I am going to, I want to make sure I have the right one. Hang on a second. Easier if I do it this way. Yes, this is it. Okay. I want to make sure I show the right one. Why is it not popping up?
Did we wanted Cheryl on this call too, right?
Cheryl, a week ago, kind of begged out and said
okay.
she was unable
Okay.
to.
No problem. I just got an email from her, so I figured she was available.
Now something's going on here. Hold on. Well, let me try this again. Let me close out of these. I don't know what's going on. Try this again. Perfect. Okay. I want to, I'm showing the deck that's in the share drive, Paula. What I did was I made some updates this morning, and then I was able right before. Oh, there it is. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, I've done a couple of updates too, so hopefully we're in sync, but we'll
I
check.
think, excuse me, I think we are, and we can kind of trip through it now. And so back for your sake, Paula, so we had chatted about timing. And so what we had talked about is, so at about 9 o'clock tomorrow, 30 minutes before the meeting goes live, not tomorrow, excuse me, Thursday, 30 minutes before the meeting goes live, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the Zoom link. And the reason for that is I want the comfortability to kind of go through, trip a couple switches. In essence, it should take all of about 2 minutes or less, but I want the extra time. The one switch in particular is making sure that I click the YouTube video go live, load that on to, I've been dummy testing it on the Pinwheel site and then deleting it. But what I will do is I will have that link front and center on the intranet page, with the goal being that by 9:15, I can send out, and I'm going to make reference of this in the email, the Zoom email that goes out to say, hey, if you have any issues at all, you're welcome just to go to our intranet and click on the YouTube channel there, and you'll be able to watch it.
Right.
And so everyone will have that option as well.
But if they're doing the YouTube channel, they won't be able to do like any of the virtual applause or chats or any of that, right?
That is absolutely correct. The only thing Jack and I talked about was they can do the typical YouTube thumbs up. And I haven't played with any kind of comments. And so I believe I haven't locked anything down. So they have the ability to go in there and they can place comments on the YouTube thread. No participant will be able to see it. Unless, well, hold on a second. Jack, do you know if I'm watching a YouTube video?
You can see the chat.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's live.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I guess if I'm on the Zoom call and not watching YouTube, I'm not going to see that. But if I'm strictly, so that's cool. So Paula, the answer to your question is no, they will be able to give virtual applause and or comments.
Cool.
So that brings it, that's good to know. So, So back to the timing, let me finish that part up, and then I'm going to tie directly into this point here about IT triage and stuff. So then the goal would be that people are coming online. We have a set up in that email, we're going to have a triage number, which happens to be Lisa's extension and my extension. Lisa, did we land that Zach will maintain my number and you will maintain your number, or are we delegating both?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if Zach, if you can be sitting in Mike's office that day, I'll be here and I can let you in because we'll be on site.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, we can have my phone number here too, in my office. Jack and I can do that.
Okay. All right. So then I would say, Paula, our goal is by about 9:30 sharp. I start what I'm going to do is show the screen you see here, and just kind of talk a little bit about meeting logistics. Obviously, if they're listening to me, the last point is a little bit moot. It's a moot point, but if they get kicked off the call for one reason or another, they do have the opportunity to call out. We anticipate between 9:20 and 9:35, if there's calls being made, that will be the peak time. And then afterwards, I really don't anticipate, if someone's logged in the meeting, that's me knocking on wood, that it's easy, easy riding from there.
So my quick question, so we should really be, awaiting phone calls, perhaps if someone has a techie, we should be logged in at 9:15, we as in us, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Phones ready, ready.
Hang on a minute. I got a pop up from Cheryl. I think you guys can see this. Doesn't need to do any. Okay, good. All right, great. All right. Let's give her a thumbs up. Okay. And then, so the goal of the trivia is super quick, is going to go off at about 9:30 till, 9:30, when the beeps really start dying down. I can absolutely pace this out very quickly.
We're not going to have beeps, right? You're going to turn off the sound when entering?
Correct. Yeah, I guess I should say that the pace of people coming in.
The inaudible beeps.
Yes. All right. So let's see. So slideshow from beginning.
Can you guys see my camera? Is my camera working?
No,
Nope.
it's not.
Okay.
You're looking a little dark today.
Yeah,
Are you
because
down in the dumps, Lisa?
no, no, actually, and I have my video turned on. That's weird. Okay, Jack, we'll have to figure that out because it says start video.
Mute. Oh, hang on. Oh, we'll check this out. Hold on a second. I'm hovering over you, Lisa, and I just clicked ask to start video. So I don't know if anything popped on your end.
Yep, and I just gave permission to start my video.
This is just try this real quick. On the actual start and stop video button, there's a cursor right next to it. Click on that and go between there may be different camera options.
Yeah, I have clicked off integrated webcam.
Okay.
We can figure it out later, Jack. I don't know because it's all enabled and stuff, and so we'll figure it out later. But I noticed that this morning on another call, a project call that I was on with ESG, and I was like, wonder why I can't see myself. But okay, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
I mean, we should all. I mean, just a quick sidebar, Mike. You're going to ask everybody to turn their cameras off. Because what about a bandwidth potential and any challenges there at slowing things up? Any concerns there or no?
I can make a note of it here. Presentations. So yeah, that makes sense. Please, we'll say, please turn cameras.
Because we don't want to. Do we want to get distracted by people and doing who knows what? People are up and down and talking and eating,
right,
whatever.
All right, I'll make a note there. I'll clean that
Although
up.
it's nice for presenters to have their cameras on.
Definitely.
Maybe the direction, unless you're presenting, please turn your Please turn your
Right.
camera off until you're presenting. But that may be
Yeah.
a lot for people to handle, but whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense, definitely.
Okay. So the slideshow, after we get through meeting logistics, then we get into a little trivia. I'll keep an eye on the time. So this is how this is populating.
Okay.
Everybody's good, I'm assuming, with giving answers. I put the answers there and I couldn't think of the reason why that wouldn't be a good thing. People are going to be educated and learn. Does that make sense? Because we had kind of said, right, that the winners are going to be the person who like taps in or tags in or chats in specifically first.
Yep.
Okay. So we will have that in the chat. So, okay. And then that way people can go, oh, that's who it is. That's right. I knew that. It was on the tip of my tongue. All right.
So observing
May-
who pinged in, so let's think about who's going to observe that chat for that pinging in of the trivia question. Do you want me to do that?
If you could, Lisa,
And
yeah.
I'll say, yes, Mike, we have Susie Smith who answered Healthy Sisters, blah, blah, blah.
That would be great. I just want to make sure that we're not overloading you in that 5-minute window with the triage. But yeah, that would be really helpful.
Yeah. I would volunteer, but I'm just a little uncertain with my whole schedule, so.
No, that's fine.
That's okay. We can be, Jack and I, from the technology standpoint, I think Jack would be on it with that, accessing YouTube, and I can do the chat. And so I think we'll be okay.
And I'm not really concerned because, right, if anything, they don't realize that our goal is to release the winners instantly. So we could say, and stay tuned, winners will be announced at a, intermission or after the meeting or something immediately.
Yeah, I mean, we may want to plan for at the end of the meeting when, we don't have a video at the end of the meeting anymore, do we?
We have the superheroes.
Oh, we're not doing that during the meeting. We're doing it at the end. Okay.
Yep.
So we could always supply Lisa Lewis with, here are our trivia winners.
Right.
Stop by or contact Cheryl to pick up your prize.
Yep. So we can play that by ear. It might be less on our plate as we're launching this. And so, yeah, maybe that'll be the directions, is to say, stay tuned, and we can go from there. So, and I wound up, this was great. I got something from Kathy Grant. I got something from one of these from Jen McDermott, something from Symmetrius, and something from Ruth. So, and I had reached out to all of them. So they each gave me a couple, and I said, you know what, 5's probably more than enough. Again, I can work the pace here. So we're good to go there. Before we go any further, I think, because I don't want to waste their time, but we did invite Jack and Zach. Do we have anything else for them?
I don't think so. I mean, Zach, do you have any questions?
I mean, okay, so we were talking about what I would monitor, like the YouTube chat, let's say, and then I'd be able to tell Lisa whoever the winners were for the trivia. Go on.
No, what they'll do is they'll put that in the chat feature themselves in the Zoom. And so we will, go ahead.
But here I'm going to troubleshoot this. Let's just say I'm on YouTube, but I'm not on Zoom, right? I think that was Jack's question. If they put in the YouTube chat, somebody should be looking at that.
They should be, but between the 4 of us or 5 of us here, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret that Jack already knows about. There's a solid, a minimum 10 seconds delay.
Oh, right.
Nobody on YouTube could win. But no, we should monitor that, and I think that the game is rigged. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Jack? Hey, Jack, you and I will work it out, the logistical side of it, in my office here, et cetera, in the HR conference room or something.
And also the sort of like IT, like if sort of like IT side, if someone has questions, I think we talked about, I'm not sure if we talked about this yesterday. I think we just kind of touched on it, but like if someone has questions, who who are they going to like ask them to? Because maybe
They're gonna
me and Zach
call.
could do that.
Zach, I'm showing this is what I would use. So if I'm you, Jack or Zach, sorry, my apologies. So if I'm sitting at my phone rings and you're at my landline and they are struggling to get in, I would almost use this as my script and just be like, hey, what have you
I
done
saw
so?
this.
Okay, so what have you done so far? And then really what I would do that YouTube is going to be the really silver lining and say, hey, if you're having a Zoom connection, what's your email? And let me push out this YouTube. Actually, you can just simply say, although be prepared because there's going to be people who are like, no, I don't have the link to the intranet. But I would say, let me push this YouTube link out and they can get on it through our intranet. The last recourse would be, and so the other component too, Jack, right? This is that technically they don't have to go to the intranet. You could say, let me email you,
Like a link to the actual stream.
exactly, right? So that, I want to see traffic on the intranet. I want to pull those metrics afterwards to see if there's a spike. But yeah, if you have to say, here's the YouTube link and just go there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I will even make reference once we've kicked off that because I have a funny feeling people are going to be curious to know how many people have logged in, and we'll be like, well, we're seeing so and so, but we also have some staff members joining us live via YouTube.
Can we from a YouTube perspective, can that be tracked? How many people jumped into YouTube?
Yes.
That's your views, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a
Yes.
bunch of analytics on the back end that they give you after the stream is up.
Right. Okay, thank you.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we utilize, what comes back on that. So, no, good question.
Okay.
Anything else IT wise?
Do we do, and I don't know if we've talked about this, any surveys to go out to employee to survey them on this meeting, or what's the culture here?
That's a great question, Lisa. Traditionally, the answer is a solid no.
Okay.
We have not. Basically, what Claudia has done in the past, because we did do a hard attendance, so people signed in, and HR was the welcome committee and physically signed people in. So the only thing that we did and was kind of, hey, we had a head count of such and such. And again, that was more for budgeting purposes. We paid the Hyatt for 300 heads, and why did only 280 show up? And then all of a sudden there would be all kinds of discussion around RSVPs and everything else. So we may be missing the physically hard sign in, but then again, we may, there's not that head count that we paid $10 per head or something. And
Yeah, but I think it's a great idea. And
I do.
It seems like it's worth a quick form. And I don't know if, I hate to ask you to do it, Mike. I don't know if somebody else could put one together.
How about we do this? Because it's going to be right. It's super easy. We know what we're looking for. How was it? Was it effective? A matter of fact, I can leverage, well, hold on. I can screen share and leverage the, let's see. The nice part about forms is you can copy them. Return test, pet lovers survey, 2020 Q2 leadership. Let's see what this one is. Did you attend? How did you log in? That might be a good one for us.
Yeah, right.
Overall, how would you rate the effectiveness? So we'll change the wording on that. And then, so we might be able to just kind of re-leverage that because it just, I can copy and paste that. Copy. Yeah, so I can work on that. That's pretty easy, and I can send that out. So I'll rename that, and we'll get some data back on that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, let me just jot a note. Post. Yeah, because we definitely are going to want to know that, especially if it comes December and we're still looking at doing something like this. Post survey.
Yeah.
Tell me it's a rainy day down there and you're not missing beach time.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Paula, but no, it's fine. I signed on for this and I'm all in, and between us, and that's public knowledge. I have a bunch of beach bums, as we all do in our family, but I'm not. I'm a burn guy, so you really got to layer on about 10 coats of. So yeah, so no, it's fine.
Get you off here quick.
So Jack and Zach, then I think we're all set, unless you have any other questions.
Is there anything else you need from us besides kind of just the IT technical support, or is that basically all you need?
Before Jack, you open the door, I'm going to walk through it. So believe it or not, I'm going to name a name here, Paul. I was kind of surprised by this. So I thought I'd get a little pushback on snacks, refreshments, and that kind of stuff. The email I sent out, I got pushback from one person. Maybe everyone else is just ignoring it. But Ruth Barone, of all people, was like, "Hey, would have prefer, we love Ruth, but she was like, hey, I'm gonna try to get this done, but is there a plan B? And also, would appreciate a little bit more lead time." I said, absolutely agree. My first thought was if Cheryl was going to be on site on Thursday, she might be the go-to, but I just wanted to share that with our group. So Zach, to your question, stand by, but you might get a quick tap on the shoulder from.
Yeah, I mean, I could buy stuff for both buildings, and then Jack and Zach and I go out and, put it in when things go at 89, or excuse me, the 79, I assume, do we just use the kitchen upstairs on the 7th floor?
Yeah, that's why I saw Ruth sent out who's going to be in the building on Thursday for the meeting. So she's getting a count.
Good,
So
good.
if all she needs was her pushback just because she's not in the building on Thursday?
No, she just wanted a little more time and
right. Okay.
lead time and so forth. So
why don't you just tell her that Lisa will take care of both buildings?
Yeah,
I just get tired of.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe we just ask her, how many people did you get? I mean, I asked Rose the other day, and she said between two buildings, she thought 50-ish, 25 and 25. So
let's not make this harder than it is.
yeah, right. I'm going to get, snacky stuff anyway, so I can make it for both.
Lisa, can you reach out to Ruth?
Yeah, Mike.
And just say, hey, I chatted with Mike, and I'm your plan B, and I'm here to take over. So, okay, great. Yep. Thank you, Zach, for asking. And when you're moving stuff over, Lisa, there's the carts downstairs, things like that, the elevators, and you'll be good to go.
Great.
So with that said, Zach and Jack, you can have some time back, and I greatly appreciate your support.
All right.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Be
Thanks,
well.
guys.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is a cool slide, and I thought it was a nice bookmark between the trivia and, hey, now we're getting a little bit serious. We're good there. Then I will do the agenda.
And I think it's worth stating, giving you a sneak peek to our annual report.
Thank you. That's good. So,
I think that's true. I'll shoot Kathy a quick chat here and make sure that's true. But
okay. Then we get to the agenda. Excuse me. I saw and I want to make sure. Yep, we got rid of the T. So that's the way I thought that was one of the most recent edits, and that brought us up to speed on everything here. Okay. We have not heard back on whether or not Cheryl was going to speak or not. We're waiting. She was going to check. Marlene, I thought, had a call with her.
Yeah, and I'll ask again. I've got my one-on-one with her this afternoon, but for now we'll leave it there.
Okay. And then the other thing, Paula, during your one-on-one, we were, because normally our board of directors is simply published in the program, and they're not, and we do have 2 slides dedicated to them. So ask Marlene, hey, how do you want to handle, that? That's what that note is there. Okay.
Yeah. And I wanted to spend a little time prettying up that slide. So
Cheryl's asking me to call her. I wonder if it's about this.
That's why we need to get her on the meeting.
Yeah. Let me
tell
see.
Her to pop into the meeting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll see what she says. This one here, we are. I left this here this morning. I don't know.
All right,
how,
I'll be going through
oh, hey, Lisa
all of
Lewis
these.
is. Hang on, Lisa Lewis is calling me on my cell. I have a funny feeling that's why Cheryl. So hold on a second.
Okay.
Hi, Lisa. I'm good. I'm on a.
Hello.
Hey there, Mike just got a call from Lisa Lewis. Is that why you're
Oh.
trying to reach him too?
Well, I wasn't sure if you guys were still on the call. And so I don't know if Mike told you, but Marlene is not looking to do any closing comments.
Yep,
So,
we got that.
okay. The other thing is too, Stephanie, I guess, has been busy, but she does have on her calendar to be there. And so when I spoke to Marlene, I guess Marlene, at the time when Stephanie gives her remarks, I guess to make mention of the board. So I just wanted to make sure that the slides for the boards, I'm wondering if that should get shifted to right after the invocation and Stephanie, so she can just flow into, and I just let her know just to make comments or
Hey,
remarks.
I'm not quite sure I know what you mean, so let's look at the slides and clarify
one second,
exactly
Lisa.
where you think you want it.
Hey,
Hi, Zach.
Cheryl, I'm gonna jump back in here and I'm gonna shift gears only because Lisa's on my cell. She can hear me, she can't hear you guys. And she is calling me in reference to Johnny Cole and in reference to the email, I guess, that I'm sharing here with you guys regarding from Michelle Gatchow. So Lisa's looking and wants to know, Lisa, you can hear me. So she wants to know if we landed with Johnny Cole being recognized for 25
Yes.
years.
25,
Okay.
yep.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. That's a
Yes.
strong yes, Lisa Lewis. So if that's all you need,
Yes.
then we'll
No
let
more
you.
questions, hon. Please.
I do agree with Michelle that we have to
Sure.
and I just don't want to do that. So.
You are good to go. Johnny's good to go. And
I sent her the final slide. So if
And-
she could look at the final slide, if she has any changes, she can talk to me directly.
All
right,
thank you,
Lisa.
Mike. I think you were going in and out.
yeah, Paula just said she sent you the final slide. So shoot, if you have any changes, edits, contact Paula directly. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye. All right. Now, Paula, you're really going to be upset because you're like, he had his cell phone right there the whole time yesterday and he didn't unmute me. No. Cheryl.
No, that's okay. No, she needs to know. I've been communicating with her, so she needs
Okay.
to.
Cheryl, I apologize or can.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. So we got Johnny Cole solved. What did you say about Stephanie?
She should be there to give remarks, and I didn't even go in to look at the slides, but from talking with Marlene, Marlene says once Stephanie gives her remarks, she can make mention of the board. So I just wanted to make sure that
Perfect.
the
Okay.
board information slides is like coming right after this.
You got it. And actually that looks good because we have the invocation, then we have Stephanie. And then, so what I'm going to do is erase Marlene's name off of here. And
So Stephanie is going to recognize the board, not Marlene. Is that what
Correct.
you're saying?
Yes.
Gotcha. And
Great.
Jack is just going to do the invocation. So we take Stephanie off that and we just put her on the all of her comments can then just be under the board recognition. Does that sound right, Cheryl?
Yeah.
I gotta change that color. All right.
Aren't you making them white?
Yeah, that's it. Just, I was like, white's
Sorry.
probably a better.
Hold on one second.
Okay. That's great. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, so we have invocation and remarks. Is that cool with remarks or just invocation?
It's probably just invocation because I don't.
I
I don't
agree.
want to encourage him. He probably will still make remarks, but
That's okay. He
Yeah.
doesn't need. Okay. Recognition. That's great. Okay. Then we have our members.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Honorary members.
Yep.
Okay. And then we get into state of the agency, and we'll get those slides from Marlene. Paula left
she
that.
hasn't mentioned anything to you, has she, Cheryl?
No.
Okay. I'll pin her down tonight.
Okay. And I figure, Paula, those are plug and play. So whenever they come in,
Yep.
we'll play. Okay, great. So that's that. This is key. So this is going to be Deb Campbell. And I will put in her title. Okay. And I'm going to go back. Lisa, I saw some of your comments about sizing and stuff. That'll be some of the last things that we do. She introduces the video. Then we get into our scholarship winners. We have those.
Nothing techno-ish about playing the videos. You've got that all sorted out, right?
Yes, that's all set. That's good to go. So that's fine.
And then Kelly, I responded back to her. Oh, when did this change to Jen Berenson? I thought that Kelly was going to be doing the presentation.
I saw your email on that. So this just, I guess no one ever typed that in because I didn't touch it.
Let me send them both a note right now and make
Okay.
sure but that's another one we can change last minute, but thank you
Okay.
for pointing that out. I'll just copy you in on that, Mike.
Okay. All right. And I'll leave that highlighted so we know to double check that. Because Jen has spoken to it in the past, but maybe.
Yeah, she has. You're right. So.
Okay. And Virginia's doing the
question.
volunteer.
Yes.
Okay. I double checked this slide. Again, I pulled this out of the gateway. So this is up the latest and greatest. We haven't heard anything back from anyone aging an adult regarding that. Homeworks program, is that good? It's just kind of a unique name for the program.
Yep.
Okay. Then we have Marv Mitch, hi Paula, thank you for the response. The whole meeting might look very different if I were to MC. Let me do it this way. Okay. How many may look very different? What I'm saying. Yeah, she's ready to speak on behalf. Okay, so Kelly is speaking. And what is her official title?
I guess just
foster care supervisor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll update what I just sent and say, make sure we have your.
Yep, and there's Jen just replied back. She will be leading. Okay.
Great.
Okay. So volunteer recognition. Marv Mitch is spelled correctly without the T. We have, again, him spelled correctly without the T. Then we have Afshan. Good catch there. That's been corrected. And
so
then,
that might be one where if she does have video, you want to go to her. I don't know if we've done anything to try and arrange that, but.
Wasn't there a conversation about reaching out to her daughter? Was it her daughter?
there was, yeah. Let's see, Nina.
Want me to email her daughter?
Yeah, can you? And just to
Yeah.
see, where, I guess the real question is, where is she gonna be?
What's her daughter's name?
It's Nina, but it's
Nina.
Neena.
Nina Korishi, right?
Yep. Yep,
Okay, I
same
know who
last
that
name.
girl is. Okay.
She should be right across the hall. She's in.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. All right. And then on this one, Paul, I don't know if you saw this. Lisa and Cheryl like this. So this is what this looks like in real time. So this comes up, we click through. I did not animate fancy because we have 39 names. So we'll go through those. Cheryl did a great job spelling them phonetically. And then after Ken, we click
It looks
this
like
on.
that last pane is a different size. Maybe you had to do it to make them all fit. But
Should be the same. But okay, let's see. And I also have to make sure, I haven't shared audio yet with you guys. Share computer sound. So this will be done meeting wise. And then I'll say something. I'll say something to the effect that we're breaking away to 87 right now, live on location. And so, all right. And then we'll get on with our presentation. That's enough of that. All right. Might need to work on that. The crowd is going crazy here.
Right.
Oh, goodness gracious.
flash the lights. Tell them
Yeah.
enough already.
Okay. So, all right. And then we get into our 10 years. I do have audio here just of applause if we want to go in that direction. And then these are.
Go back to that one. Think I see a typo. I mean, somebody needs to go. So
For
probably
Ashley?
need it. No. On 10 years of service, it looks like it's missing a paren. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But somebody, I think maybe when we get these final, we let Kathy Grant maybe be our final editor.
Yeah, some fresh eyes,
Okay.
Yeah.
because we've been looking at it.
All right.
Okay.
Anything?
Can you do these full size? I
I
just
sure
want to
can.
see how they
Yep.
go. And I could really use eyes on all of the employee slides.
It's a little bit of
Stop
applause there.
cheering.
Yeah, because when I was going through, I was looking for consistency and also like the bullet points, there's periods, fonts, all that kind of stuff too.
And question, I'm looking, should it be adult and aging or aging and adult?
Good question. I think it's adult and aging, believe it or not. Let me see in out the Active Directory. If I pull up Jen McDermott, aging and adults, but then it says Director of Aging and Adult and Aging.
I've
then-
always heard aging and adult, but I mean, I don't know, but
I'm sorry, what's your question? Oh,
is it adult and aging or aging and adult?
I always thought it was adult and aging. Let's go to, let's see, we'll go to the CFC external website or the CFC
Oh.
internal
No.
website to break the tie here. We'll go to the people finder.
Are you
and
going?
we'll-
Okay, I'll go external.
And I'm seeing aging and adult,
Aging and adult. Okay.
aging and adult. So every place I typed it wrong.
So it's aging adult. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Nice catch.
Now, if I go to, and I did not create these, if I go to some of the team sites, they're adult and aging.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. So their team site, which Molly built, is adult and aging. I'm gonna go to, is Jen back in the office today or is she still on vacation? Oh, that was Jen Berenson that responded. So we'll track
And
that one down.
Up under teams, when you type her name, it says director, aging and adult.
All right, aging and adult it is.
All right. Mark Andrew.
Okay, so with him, I know there's a difference between restart residential and then we have chemical dependency, which that refers to schools.
Sorry, that refers to what?
The chemical, well, the school CD prevention. If for
No,
me,
no,
when I
no.
see that, that's where my mind goes to, and he's not part of CD prevention.
No, he's a CDA, not an RA.
Right. So oh, that's his job title. I got you.
All right, so he's good?
Yeah.
All right.
I got you.
All right,
I
then
mean,
we
one
have-
thought I had was we could shoot these all out to maybe the directors of the group and make sure that we haven't made any mistakes. I can take that responsibility on. Now, Cheryl, you've done an amazing job tracking people down. What do we think we should do about Elizabeth? Because you said, or Betsy, you said she's out on medical leave.
Yeah, I had a conversation with my Keisha this morning, and I guess when we started with the COVID, you know, she was out, and then she didn't want to come back in, and she wound up getting a doctor's excuse for her to be out. So I didn't pick up that has been much conversation with her from that point up until now. And
Okay, so do we want this slide to just have her little star on here and no picture, and it's easy enough to get rid of the words? That I think isn't missing, but I don't think we have a picture of her. But is it better to recognize her with a limited slide than not recognize her at all?
absolutely think it's, oh, sorry, go ahead, Cheryl.
That leads me to my next question, because for one of the other person, I can't think of her name, who was a star driver, I spoke to her yesterday and told her we needed to get her information. And
Is that
she
Faith?
said, huh?
Is it Faith?
Yes.
We got all that.
Oh,
She's all
so
set.
Yeah, I thought we
Oh.
had that slide. Yeah.
Yeah, she's all set. So
Okay then. All right. Never mind. I will forget my question. I would say maybe just leave it there, and I mean we can make
okay,
mention.
so we'll just skinny it down. I'll take care of that, Mike. You don't have
Okay.
to.
All right.
And
So-
one more question, just out of consistency, go back to the previous slide.
Mark?
Nope, the next one.
He goes
Ash.
by Mark, right? I shouldn't have the big name to be Andrew. I should have it to be Mark.
That is correct, because that's
Thanks.
what he goes by. And I guess for the years of service here, in terms of continuity, do we want to keep just the overall years as opposed to?
See, that's where it gets funky, because if we're doing the overall years, then Miss Betsy doesn't get recognized this year because she's 14, not 15.
Mm,
Right.
So we had a process, and then our process has been disrupted, which is okay if it's a better answer. So it's, are we going to remove Betsy from this pack altogether and recognize her next year because of 15 years?
And I'm going to say the same thing like with Johnny. When she was recognized for 5, I guess the last time she was recognized, how was it notated?
Yeah, and I think that's the mail note that we all just got from Michelle, and I have not had a chance to look at it. But I asked somebody other than me, because it's probably obvious I'm getting torqued by this whole thing, to
And I guess
compare
we
the
can
past
leave it
years.
just-
And let's see if she was even recognized. So it's Fisher.
And I guess, however, we can have in our minds that could be potentially somebody coming back.
In
and questioning,
2015, she was recognized as 5 years. So 10 years would be totally fine
so-
for
Okay,
her this year. And then I still think that plus 4 years prior or whatever, I'll get the right term behind that. So Mike, Michelle did all the legwork, so she's
Okay.
got.
All right, looked like aging adult was what we used in the previous previous book also, so we're good there for consistency wise.
So I'll go through it with Michelle's input and see.
Okay.
Aging an adult, you corrected already.
All right, so we're good for Angela Jackson.
Now, for whatever reason, are you guys, I know that this can probably vary based on how people have their Zoom set up, but oh, okay, yeah, I gotta just move it. It's real easy to cut off the bottom of the slide if you have the little toolbar showing.
Oh, it's a pain in the neck, Paul. I've been playing with mine. I've been moving it all around my screen the entire.
Well, and when you design slides for real live presentation, you always try and leave the bottom,
right.
Inch or so as unusable real estate, because maybe I need to go back and do some of that. I've been trying to fit as much, size and let the words really shine through and all that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll go back and try and put a little bit more of a margin around this than I had, just to plan for that.
Mike?
Yep.
For down at the bottom where it says teleportation, are you meaning to have a period in between, or is?
To teleport anywhere in the world, teleportation.
Yeah, that's just the way she submitted it, so we put a dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, fancy.
Sorry, guys, I'm kind of on and off the call here. I'm dealing with TV coverage issues.
Oh, sorry.
I'm half listening, but I'm also crafting some questions and answers
No problem.
for the reporter here.
I love this picture, Cheryl.
It really is a nice picture.
It captures her personality. She's like smiling at you, and it's beautiful.
I know, that's what I was trying to get from our dear brother John.
Yeah, I know. I had fun doing the Wordles. I hope people enjoy them. And we had talked about printing and framing them. I can still do that when I get back, but
I think it'll be a nice touch. I really do.
and I thought this was a great picture of Karen too.
Yeah.
Build a log cabin home. Wow. Purchase that. That's great. Okay.
Oh, I should probably make that motorcycle. Can you correct that one? Make it one word at the bottom there. I may forget that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then we're up to Lisa Hoyt.
I told her I couldn't tell who looked happier, the kids or the grandparents.
Lonnie.
I had more words submitted for him than anybody else.
No kidding. Yeah, that's
I kept
great.
getting another and also.
I like that frugal. Frugal is at the roots, right? What a great
yes.
topic for a director of
Yes.
purchasing.
And it's around the edges.
Oh yeah, okay. Michelle.
Now, one thing that I'm concerned with is that the managers, the supervisors of these people really don't understand that they will be speaking to it.
And you are absolutely right, because I made mention to Donald about it and he wasn't quite, so we might want to reach out to him to let him know.
Yeah, so I don't know if we want to try and have a quick call tomorrow sometime when we could have them all on and kind of show it to them, or if you, I mean, I've said it in at least 2, if not 3 mail notes that have gone to them. But I could just write another mail note and say, just to be clear, I mean, maybe I'll do that and I will just send them a PDF of the slides so it could be both in once. It would be, please review and see if there's any other changes that you have for your person's slide. And now you'll know what the order is and you can be prepared when it's your turn to speak.
Yeah.
You think that would get
Sounds
through,
good.
Cheryl? You've
Yeah,
been talking to them.
yeah.
Well, I think whoever goes first, as long as they're queued up, and then people quickly fall into line and go, "Oh, wait, I need to be queued up."
Well, right now I have them alphabetically. Who is first on the 10-year? We could maybe make a special effort to get them. And I haven't done anything to try and make sure the same speaker.
So it'd be Jen McDermott.
I don't remember if Jen is the, I'll have to pull up the table that has supervisor on it.
Okay.
So it probably doesn't matter if we do it alphabetically. Do you want me to try and organize them by presenter so that we only have to say bop to Jen
I will be
once during
perfectly.
the 5-year?
Yes, 100%. It goes, I've seen it. That's how we did graduation. And we tried to clump the presenters, the graduates with that presenter. And this being a virtual one with, clicking on, off and so forth. Yeah. So if Jen, let's just say, has 3 of them, boom, Jen M goes for those 3.
Yeah, okay. So Ashley is Mary Jean, who should be totally capable. I mean, we're doing it at the direct supervisor level, which I think we started last year, not
Okay.
the SLT. So it's not, just the OLT. It's whoever their direct supervisor is. So I'll work on organizing those based on that then, Mike.
Okay. Thank you.
And Paula, with Betsy Fisher, even though we don't have anything, and I mean, we're gonna have her information, are you wanting Bridget to make any comments?
Good question.
It is a good question. And here's I'll chime in. The fact that this is recorded, like normally I'd be like, nope, it's a time saver. Let's just recognize her. She's got her. But the fact that it's recorded and we're saying that, especially in this particular case, Betsy has the ability to go in and see it at a later
Yep.
date. It's
I think
probably.
I agree. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Nope, that's okay.
Yeah.
Point taken, and it's okay.
Yep, I agree. Are you okay with that, Cheryl, that we asked Bridget to do that?
Yes, and just when you talk to Bridget, just let her know we're aware, of Betsy's situation, but we still want to honor her. And if she could just say, a few words as to, her working relationship or how, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the word Spitfire was enough that she probably has comments that she can make.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, Betsy, but okay.
All right, we're good with Michelle, and then Nay.
Hey, just real quick, everybody. I just heard back from Nina and she will make sure her mom is present. And she said she'll keep it a secret.
So she'll be on site and we'll be able to turn on the
Yeah, I
camera
just
to
said,
her?
can you make sure that your mom is on the call? She has her camera on. I just said she's just gonna get an acknowledgement. I didn't give any big secret away what it was, so.
So Mike, you might need to be skilled at, do you flip to a video of a person versus the slide? Or maybe that's just too much and it'll be fine to have her little thumbnail camera.
I think what I'll try to do is I will exit out of the presentation, and then what'll happen if she unmutes and she's talking, she'll be highlighted.
Yep, okay.
Okay.
And I thought that was a great picture of him too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very contagious smile, right?
Yeah.
I need to jump off this call and get on the recruiting call, a check-in to see where we're at for this week. Is
Do you
everybody?
have any other questions or concerns about Thursday?
Nope, I'm okay for now, with the slides and everything.
Okay.
And also I just got a note back from Ruth. She says, no, I will be here. I've already have everything under the way with the items and the food and yada, yada. We tried.
All right. All
Okay.
right.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'll be back possibly sooner than later. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, 15 years of service.
And it's the right statement to say the cards can be picked up from their supervisor, Cheryl. That's still the right way to describe it.
Yeah, I do have the cards. And when we're done with this meet, I'm just gonna kind of go through, and I can't remember, but out of the information that was sent to me, will I be able to know who? Oh, I'm sorry. I can go through the slide. Never mind.
Well, yeah, I also sent a spreadsheet that had recognition by supervisors, so I can send that again if you want, if
I
it's
think I
easier.
have that there. I just want to make sure that I'm giving the people the correct amount card.
Okay. But are you going to give the cards to their supervisors, or do you want people to contact you?
Well, I was gonna contact all the supervisors and just kind of figure out how we can work it out in terms of them getting the
Okay.
cards.
Great. And if you decide that it's easier for you to keep it, the supervisor can just tell them that.
Yeah, okay.
And we probably need to make sure Johnny's card is adjusted. So we might not have ordered the right number because I don't think we had a 25-year card.
We did not.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll
we
make
may
note
need
of
to pick
that.
one of those up. I don't know if Lonnie can turn it around that fast, but
I'll talk to
Lisa,
him. Johnny
Lisa,
should get,
or-
what, 100?
It's 125 actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I went in and double checked and I updated that, yeah, on the slide. So I had to go back in and let's see, at 125, I was like, whoa.
So if we need to, somebody can just go purchase that with a P card. Cheryl.
Okay, and we can just, I mean, if need be, it could just be a regular, maybe Visa, MasterCard or something like that, or we want the Amazon.
Everybody else is, I don't know. Is his nose going to get out of joint if his is different?
I don't know. I'll have a conversation with Lonnie.
Yeah.
And is he the only one 25 years?
yes.
Yes, with the exception of I've got to go back through Michelle's note that came
No,
in while we've
okay.
been on this meeting. So please look at this carefully. Make sure there's nothing else that is going to trigger a hot button. But I've sent it to Renee. I've sent it to Lisa. I expect them to take ownership of this.
Sure.
Well, yeah, yep. And
Input came from them. All I
Yep.
did was lay it out.
Yep.
So,
Okay, then we get into our tribute to the CFC's superheroes.
love it. Yeah,
And then
we don't need both of them. Did you take the other one out?
This goes right into the video. So you want to,
Can you just put we can just talk about it. I just thought that particular picture looked
I thought it was-
very, very hospital-like.
yeah, it does. It does.
I tried to find a picture that might look a little bit more everyman and superhero-ish. So my thought was just put the video on the other slide that I think you just deleted.
Oh, hang on a second. Oh, so, well, I can, so
Just embed the video on.
sure. Okay, so put
on the
this
other
one
one.
over
That
there.
was my thought. It's just, this looks so much like, an operating room
Right.
that it felt like it was a little
It doesn't hit what we
less
want.
relatable.
Yep.
And so that's why I just created the other one. It felt, I don't know. Cheryl, do you like one versus the other?
You're saying rather than having two, just pick one?
Well, this
Yeah,
is the
right.
beginning
There
of the
was never an intention to have two. It's just, which one of these two
Oh,
do you
I
like?
like the first one, not that one.
Okay. That's just the beginning of the video, I think, but I can embed that into the picture.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know how to do that, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's how you did this one. So
Okay.
I
Does
love the little phrase.
what does
So
this
that's
one
why I
play?
put the,
This is just a picture, so I'll embed the video in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that better.
Okay. All right. And then we just got confirmed no closing remarks from Marlene. So the video plays us out.
Yep.
And then
except for
that'll be the,
thank you.
yep.
Right.
And that'll be the last slide people see.
Yeah, and do we want to have applause again in the background here? Maybe not the video applause.
Yep.
but
I can
the-
just do audio applause. Absolutely. Okay.
Love it.
All
All
right,
right, are
guys.
you going to do some of your tweaking with it now, Mike? Because I don't want us to get out of
Yeah.
configuration.
Yeah. Let me, do you have other meetings you got to attend to right now?
Yeah, I mean, I see Marlene at 4, so I'd like to do my few adjustments before then. But if you want to play with it first and then just ping me.
Yeah, these should be fairly quick. So what I will do is I will work off my desktop, put it back in the share drive, and then from there I'll ping you and let you know.
Okay, and I have no problem doing it in the SharePoint. I just didn't know how to save it to your SharePoint. It didn't seem to give me that option.
Huh, that's interesting. But all right. Well,
I
for
could edit
future,
it, I just couldn't save it there.
that's weird. What good is editing it if you can't save it, right?
Yeah, right.
Paula,
Yes, ma'am.
just real quick, can you just look at my list? I had Mike to do it, but I just wanted to make sure in terms of how I have the phonetics. And I guess the other question to that, who are all reading the names? Because I would like to get that list out to them so that they can look at it. So make sure the enunciations of the names are said correctly.
Okay, what day did you send it? I'm not sure I'm
Oh,
seeing
no,
it.
I did not.
Okay, I've missed so many things that you've sent. I don't want to
Yeah, I'm
be the
gonna,
bad guy.
let me pull it up and then share it, real quick.
Because Marlene will be doing all the 5 years. So she's got 30, 40 names there that she's got to read. And then their supervisors, I'm much less concerned with them. They should be able to do their own names. Did you phonetically do more than the 5 years?
Well, whatever, oh, come on, thing. Hold on, let me get to. Is this the right one? How come my screen is small?
You probably just need to get out of full screen with your Zoom. You want me to just call you back on Teams and we can just work this out?
Well, actually, if you want to pull it up, because I do have it saved in the share drive.
So it's in the S drive?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. I see final recognition
That is
list,
it. Yep.
recipients info.
Yep. That would be it.
What? I'm not seeing it. So I have the file that I posted, which was final recognition list with supervisors.
Yes. That should be
You
it.
add it to that?
Yep.
Okay. Great. So I will share it here. Okay, so the only ones that are really going to be read by somebody who might not know the people personally. So I would hope any supervisor would know how to do it. So the only ones would be, here, I don't know if I can. The only ones would be the 5 years. So here, I don't know if she needs to remember that it's my quell.
Okay.
Dolores Chrysler, that one looks
It's
easy.
Chrysler.
Okay, so maybe we need to spell that one.
Okay.
Sandra Rodriguez, that should be
Correct.
easy.
Yep.
Marquia Rivers, that should be fine. Lazarus Dennis,
Yep.
James Wright, Juan Rodriguez. Is it Sherry or Cherie?
You know, I don't know. I will check into that.
Tiffany Williams, Molly
Yep.
Frank, Holly Freese,
Yep.
Nathaniel Patterson,
Yep.
Daniel Wright, Caitlin Plankenhorn, Cynthia Williams, Lorena Devia.
No,
is that Devia?
Devia.
Okay, Lorena Devia. Yep, I think that works. You
Okay.
did that one. Maybe put a dash between DEE dash VIA.
Okay. All right.
Well, here, I can do that. Duh. How about that?
Yeah.
Carolina Mielkoruk.
Milcorrect. Yep. Milcorrect.
Mielkoruk. Alden Thomas Poner.
Yep.
Chandra Manali.
Yep.
Manali. Okay. Ken Zablotny. Marisol Moore. Ernesto Mealy.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Nilda Leone.
Yep.
Nilda Leone.
Yep.
Ashmahan Atala.
Yep.
Jeff Footer. David Plankenhorn. Ruth Barone. And this is where we're probably going to need to give her all the extras too. So I should edit this. Akil Al-Josh. Akil Al-Josh. Josh?
J. Yep. Jace.
Jash. Okay. Jean Crawford, Ebony Grimes. I wonder if this one you just say Gigi Bashir.
Yeah, everybody says that's what they call him, and he's fine with that. So
we'll just get rid of this. Suzanne Mueller. See, I think of these people as all being here for ages, not just 5 years.
yeah.
Donna McGowan, Lauren Solomon, Annabelle Quintana,
Yep.
Eli